Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some flea market mistakes that a lot of people do when they are selling items on the flea market. Now, we can make a future video for buying mistakes, but this is specifically going to be selling mistakes on the Escape from Tarkov flea market. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this one here today, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE content. Let's hop right into this one here today. So, common mistakes for selling on the Escape from Tarkov flea market. We are going to head to the flea market. We are going to check out some listings, and we are going to pick some people apart for making some mistakes. So we can just start right here, literally the screen that I am on. So we have Stupid 214, Mr. Stupid here. This is a easy mistake all day long. He is selling a VPO for over trader price, the same exact weapon, and it has been out here for about 2 hours now. Why is this a mistake? Well, the reason it's a mistake is because there is a limit of 6 from Jaeger. If you are using up 6 VPOs in a Jaeger restock, you might really be ass at the game. So, number one, this is probably a Jaeger level 1 item. So, everybody, the moment they have Jaeger, can buy themselves a VPO from Jaeger, and they can buy 6 of them. Now, what you would want to do instead of what Stupid 214 did is you would want to list this VPO for 18,584. 1 ruble under trader price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one from Jaeger. I'm not going to buy it from Stupid because obviously people need to learn from their mistakes. We are going to sell our VPO right away, just as a proof of concept that this thing will sell pretty much immediately. So I have no offers up here in the top left. You can see 0 of 8. We're going to do 18,584, and this should sell pretty much instantly. All right, so right here is our listing for the VPO. I think this is blacked out because Jaeger just did a restock. Let me see if I can fix that. All right, just as I had fixed it, the VPO is already gone. So Stupid 214 has had his VPO for 19,000, literally like 400 rubles more, and he has not been able to sell it in 2 hours. That is the difference. So that is like number one mistake. If you have a very common item, this goes for everything. This goes for weapon attachments, anything that traders sell. This goes for all of it. If you have a super common item that has a high quantity on restocks that might not be used a lot, like a VPO, it's not like we're talking about ammo here. We're talking about a shitty bolt-action rifle, one of the worst. You need to list it under trader price every single time. So next, let's go ahead and look at some barter items real quick, and let's look at something that sells pretty well. Let's do machine parts because they're pretty liquid right now. They're sitting around, what, are they about 100,000 rubles? Man, I swear these were called machine parts, but apparently they're metal spare parts. I might be tweaking, bro. I swear they were called machine parts. Anyway, not the point. So, we're going to be talking about the price you should be listing your items at here on a super liquid item. And we don't just have to talk about metal spare parts. We can talk about corrugated hose. We can talk about any of those items that sell really well that are needed for the hideout. So, right here on this list of pricing, would you list at 76,000? Would you list right over this? Would you list here? Would you list here? Where you want to look is where is there not a lot of price differentials, but there's still enough of a gap that it would make sense to put your listing between them. So let's see if we get another one here at like 70,000. We could probably make a little bit of money. So right here, it's a lot more obvious where you should be listing at. You don't want to list at 82,000. You don't want to list at 85,000. You don't even want to list at 90,000. You want to price your metal spare parts probably at 109,000. And that might have been completely out of the ballpark that you've been thinking. But here, just think about this. So you need a lot of these for hideout upgrades. This will sell, this will sell, this will sell, this will sell, and this will sell. That's a total of like 11. And right here, there's a gap. This gap right here, and even here, you could even get away in here, but it's kind of unlikely because you're going to be undercut. There is a lot of nuances that happen in the flea market. And here, let's just try it out. 70,000, it's already gone. I'll even buy one of the 87,000 just to prove a point. We're going to put it at 109,000. That's where we're going to list this one at. Just proof of concept once again for you guys. So you know I'm not bullshitting you. I don't care about the fee or any of that. I just want to prove to you guys. So here's us. 86,000. A lot of people are just listing at this price because when they hop on the flea market and look at the lowest, they just want to get rid of it. So you can already see it takes 5 machine parts or metal spare parts. I keep saying machine parts. I don't know where I got that from. It takes 5 to sell. And these will sell through, but this will, it's already gone. It's gone, just like that. All these are already gone. So, you know, you don't want to always price at the lowest. Now, when it comes to if there's a trader involved, like we were talking about previously, yes, you want to price under the trader almost every single time. But when it's a very liquid item, something that sells a lot, you want to look at where the price gaps are. Let's take another item, for example. Let's check out the corrugated hose. Let's go ahead and check those out and see if we can find that price gap. All right, here it is very stable. See how all the numbers are super close? So in this instance, I would just list at 67,000 just to get rid of it because there's not a huge price gap. Yes, you could list it here, but let's just get rid of it. Let's not play games with it because the prices are pretty stable. So, yeah, probably in here then. You know, about 69,999. List it, get rid of it, you're good to go. But in that case, with the metal spare parts, there was a gap there, and we abused that gap, and we made a bunch of money. Might even profited on that, too. All right, so the next common mistake people make is not properly stripping down their weapons and taking ammunition out of magazines. So you have to be careful when doing this, but there is kind of a method to it. So you want weapons that you're selling to look like all the attachments are there, but attachments that aren't as obvious, like right here, 22,000 for that AK, like I can go ahead and quick sell that right now to mechanic. That weapon was not properly stripped down, and I will show you, paid 22,000. It's worth 63,000 rubles. What are we doing? Like 22K? Are you serious? It was not properly stripped down. So let me show you. Now, I'm not going to relist the AK on the market. It was 100 of 100 though, so we might be able to. But when you are listing weapons on the Flea, guys, you want to take off attachments that are not quite noticeable to the naked eye. So in this instance, we're going to take off this charging handle. We're going to take off the suppressor. We're going to take off the recoil thing for the stock. We're going to take off the hammer scope. And we'd probably throw a magazine on here. Since it is 100 of 100, we can go ahead and list it up. Let's get a magazine from Proper, just something cheap. Make it look brand new, but don't have any extra attachments on there. Don't leave money on the table for somebody who is just going to throw their own attachments on it anyway. We also have a dust cover with a rail on it, which we could swap out for a super shitty one. But for this AK, we'll go ahead and list it right now. And there's another one for 20,000. Like, that's just easy money. So we could list this up right now. We'll see how much that one's worth as well. We could just list this back up for pretty much what we paid for it. Not much of a fee. And we could go ahead and sell those attachments, use those attachments, whatever the hell you want to do, really. But, if we sell the attachments there, 45,000 would have been easier to quick sell it, but it's a proof of concept. It's just an example. And then this one right here, let's see what this bad boy is worth. I'm assuming more than 20,000 rubles. 36K. So not as much profit because there wasn't a hammer sight on it, but still, right away. I mean, it took me 2 seconds to find that. It happens all the time. So make sure you are properly taking attachments off of your weapons and taking ammunition out of the chamber, out of the magazines. Let's see if there's any ammo on any of these mags on here. Yeah, 23 bullets in here. This is probably PS ammo, which is like 200 rubles around. You are leaving money on the table when listing weapons. Now, there are some weapons that you can take a lot of attachments off of, but it'll ruin the look of the weapon, and it will really take away from the actual value of the weapon. So let's... DVL is a super common one. Let's see if anybody has a stripped-down DVL out here. Stocks folded on that one. One thing that would commonly happen with the DVL is people would take the stock off and then they would sell the stock separately and basically force you to buy a stock. It's, something that we'll check a 5.7 actually. 5.7s are notorious for people taking the magazines out and keeping the magazines. So this one is in, this one is out. So you can see the magazine has been taken out. It happens a lot with 5.7s. Magazine in, magazine in. Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised. That is way more than I expected. That magazine is out. So, it's just like take off things that people can just buy from traders. Make the extra money if you are selling the weapons on the flea market. Now, people like me, I check, but a lot of people don't check. So, if you are selling weapons, sell them correctly. Take off what you can. And not super noticeable stuff. Like, the magazine is not noticeable in, what is it, this one? Yeah, like, this looks like a brand new 5.7. You can't tell there's any difference really at all. There's a slight notch right there missing on that one, but, if it's not highlighted, you can't even see it. Take off attachments that aren't noticeable. And let's go ahead and do one final tip today. And that's going to be selling items on the flea market that are under quick sell. Let me see if I can find a really, really notorious one here. Here we go. Aqua Peps. These are like 18,000 on the quick sell. Let's get the exact quick sell here. We are looking at 18,956 on the quick sell for Aqua Peps. Let's check the flea. 15,000. I mean, look at this. I want to show you this. I just made money on all of those. Every single one of those, I just made money on. And this is prime time rap money for you guys who, you know, are the loyal subscribers here from the beginning, here from the PvP. Like, this is rap money tactics right now. And that literally could have been a rap money episode right there. Every single one of these Aqua Peps, just made money on them. And it's gonna be, there's gonna be those people that say, well, they're just doing it for the flea market rep. Listen, man, I completely understand that, but you could literally buy every single one of those, sell them, make the money, buy something else in the flea market that's more expensive, and then just sell that for a loss on the fee. Make the money there, do what I just did, and then buy something more expensive like a magazine case, and then sell the mag case back on the flea market. Take the 20 or 30K hit that you just made in profit from flipping the Aqua Peps, and then you get free rep. So it's it happens with so many barter items specifically, and it's a huge mistake. Like, look at this. This is all free money. These sell for 18,000 rubles, and these people are listing them at 14K. It is free cash. Like, what do we just make? I don't know, 25K in 2 seconds? I mean, it's, you know, I live and breathe the flea market. It's one of my favorite things to abuse. And, you know, the least I can do is teach you guys some stuff so you don't make some of these mistakes that a lot of people do make. So I think we're going to end it there. Video was a little bit late today. Your boy took kind of the day off almost. You know, I still uploaded the 3 videos. There's going to be an episode uncut later. But, yeah, I just took a little time off Tarkov today. Completed the guide today, which was super cool. And I was like, all right, let's take some time. Let's take a few hours off. So you guys know I appreciate you so much. Hopefully you learned something here today. If you didn't, I'm sorry that you're so good at the game. For everybody who did, you know I appreciate you, and I'm happy to help. Do me a favor, make sure you're smacking the shit out of that like button. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.